So, what all did I have during this 8 months or while I was on this program? To be honest, I didn't have any specific diet plan. In fact, that is one of the disappointments that I have with myself, that I didn't specifically follow a diet plan. But people who recommend intermittent fasting or keto diet or one meal a day definitely ask you to eat a lot of vegetables, which is one thing I definitely missed out on. So I since I was mainly following, my primary goal was to be on one meal a day. um, I was able to eat anything that I want. In fact, I had a lot of um food items that I hadn't had in the past 10 years, like a lot of eggs, clarified butter, a lot of butter, cheese, all of that I had as much as I wanted. So that was one big benefit for me. I had a lot of nuts like cashew nuts, walnuts, etc. Um, Vegetables is one thing that I could have um, a bit more of, but sadly I didn't have complete control of what food was available to me, since I had to go to office and not necessarily in control of what I had to eat. So most of the time vegetable was a problem, but one thing I definitely used to control was the intake of sugar. Even though I have had my share of cakes or sweets during these 8 months, um, I did try to reduce it as much as possible. Um, Another interesting thing is the automatic food choice that uh, comes to your mind. I've had scenarios or cases where I ate a piece of junk food or a cake, and my mind and body is telling me it is not good for you. Or, my body knows I have very limited space for food because I eat only one time. So it's like it telling me that okay, you better eat something healthy with whatever space you have, right? So there have been a lot of surprising instances where I spit out the food that I ate just because my mind was telling me that it was not good. It's not something I was doing compulsively, right? I wanted to eat, but then it's as if my body is rejecting that food. So I've noticed it several times that um, I spit out junk food just because my body used to reject it, right? Um, as far as cravings are concerned, I didn't have a lot of cravings during this 8 months. In fact, I only craved for healthy food. That is one other thing that I would like to share with you, that a lot of vegetables that I used to hate as a child and even as an adult, I started eating all of that all of a sudden, right? Because obviously my mind or body knows that it's healthy, so I started craving for that kind of food, like vegetables or capsicum. I used to hate a lot,
Another
but
another
like capsicum, I never used to eat capsicum. Then while on this program, I started to get capsicum from my plate, my kids' plate, everywhere where I could find it. I started eating that, and a lot of other vegetables that I used to hate as a kid. So that is one interesting change in habit that happened to me. Um, Apart from that, as I told you, junk food, I've never had cravings. In fact, um, once in a while, I feel like eating something fried, or not really fried, some kind of junk food, may be potato chips or um, what do you call that? Right, whatever it is. Right. So maybe 4 or 5 times in the entire 8 month period, I might have uh, had taken some kind of random junk food. But generally, my mind and my body tells me to, automatically tells me to stay healthy, right? While I had done dieting previously, at that time you have to force yourself to eat good, you have to force yourself to pick and be on a specific food plan. But here, I felt like all of those things were happening automatically. So my body is telling me what you need to eat, and with whatever limited space I have left in my stomach, it was rejecting what was not good for me. So it was very interesting observation that I made. There was similar experience with regards to exercise and uh, physical fitness, which I put in a different video. So if you want to know more about my experience and get other videos, do hit subscribe, and stay healthy. Thank you.